Hi guys, Cindy the Scrapologist here. I hope that this video finds you well. If you're new here, thank you for checking out the channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe down below and hit the little bell, and that way you won't miss any tutorials when I post a new video. And if you're a repeat watcher, thank you so much for coming back. Today I need to make another one of these little folios. I've shown this before. I don't know if I actually made a tutorial for this little folio, this little guy. Well, I don't know if that it's a folio, but it holds stuff. So you can put whatever you want in it. Ephemera, it would make a really nice gift if you wanted to send some happy mail to somebody and put some ephemera inside, or if you have something special that you just want to hide away and tuck into your journal. I'm going to show you how to make this. I'm making a Shakespeare book for a very super nice customer. Let me get this stuff out of the way. She's going to be doing a study on Shakespeare, and she wanted a Shakespeare folio similar to, oh, it's all in pieces, but let me try to get it together. Similar to, sorry, it's just all in pieces right now. It's similar to this one that I did a tutorial on, and that is available in my shop. But I found this gorgeous antique book cover, and this is going to open up and have all kinds of pockets. So I'm making a big pocket for here, and I wanted to stuff something down in there like this so that she can save her notes in a safe manner. So as long as I'm making one, I figured, well, I'll do a tutorial. Some of you might be interested. This one here is 5 by 7 1/4. So those are the dimensions we're going to be using. Actually, I'm going to take an inch off of this one. So the one we're doing, because of the size of that book, so we're going to do 5 by 6 1/4 is going to be the final size. It's affixed closed with just a little paper clip that I put on. I tied some sari silk through it and then glued a little pen nib onto it, and that's the closure. I am going to make one of these for Lisa for her Shakespeare book. And then on this was my mother's idea, which I absolutely love. I just took an old book page, and I'm going to be doing this for Lisa too. I'm going to take a Shakespeare page, and then I just have my Adirondack alcohol ink in pitch black and just dab it on there, and it looks like a big ink blotch. And then that all gets clipped on there, and I really like the look of that. I'm only going to show the construction of this. I'm not going to decorate it in this tutorial. You're going to decorate it however you want, obviously, and so I'll just show you what I did on this one, and what I'm going to do on the one for Lisa is I make tissue paper out of old book pages. Maybe someday I'll do a tutorial on that if you're interested, but you can print anything onto tissue paper. And then I just took a glue stick, and this is a kit available in my shop called Historic Documents, I think. And I just took a glue stick and glue sticked the tissue paper, and then did some distress ink on it. That's all I did. And I did just a little bit of collage on the edge there. Just all with glue stick. So it's really super easy to decorate. You can decorate the inside or not. I just kind of did Tim Holtz vintage photo on it to grunge it up a little bit, and covered these two flaps with tissue paper. That's all I did. So that's what I plan on doing with this one. I'm going to take a poem from Shakespeare. This is from a vintage and antique Shakespeare book. Copy it onto tissue paper and then glue it onto the little folio for her. So let's get some measurements. Get this ink out of the way. So the width is going to be 12 inches. And the height is going to be, we're going to take an inch off, so 9.5. So 12 by 9.5 is what we're going to cut. And then get my scoreboard. There we go. Okay, and then for these flaps here, we're going to score at 3.5 inches on each side. So put the 12-inch side up here, score at 3.5. Whoops, I didn't get the tippy top there. Turn it, and 3.5 on this side. And then turn it this way. And for these two flaps are 1.5 inches. Score at 1.5. Flip it and score at 1.5. This folio is super, super easy to make. You could easily make this out of scrapbook paper too. I'm just using cardstock because I want to put the tissue paper, but you could take a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper and easily do this, and it would be very lovely. Then all you're going to do is cut these squares out, all 4 of these squares. Okay, so this is what you're left with. These are the flaps that fold in over here, and these flaps fold up. Sometimes if you didn't cut perfectly, you go to fold it and it doesn't quite fold all the way. You might just need to take just a little hair off if you didn't score and cut perfectly precisely. There we go. You want to make sure it folds flat. And there you have it. It's that easy. I like to go ahead and take my Crocodile from We Are Memory Keepers and round the corners, but you don't have to. You can also do a decorative punch. If you have one of those nice long edge punches, you can also do that, and that's really pretty. Actually, I'll show you that in a second because I have another one of these handy. There, and that is done except for decorating. It's that simple. Let me just show you another idea really quickly on this. Let me get a punch. Let's see. Which one do I want? Let's do this one. So I have this punch. And then you could, of course this one's already rounded. Well, it's too big for the side one. For these little ones, it won't go in. Let's do this. Let's do this side. I always like to start my punches upside down because I find that when you just put them in like this, it's too hard to figure out where to put the end of your paper. They don't really have a good guide. So I always start like, well, how did I do that? Like this. I always start like this and find the edge of my paper right there and then punch the first one upside down. That's just me. Maybe there's a way to figure out to do this more precisely, but I haven't figured it out. Ooh, this one needs to be sharpened. So I go in like this, bring it to the edge, and that's my first punch. Because you see, it's just, you're supposed to match this up, I guess, with this. And it's really, this needs to extend all the way down to here so that you can really line it up. But anyway, enough complaining. There. So isn't that pretty? See, you can use a nice punch, and then you've got some pretty decorative edges. I love that. That's super pretty. And then I would probably just put some scrapbook paper here and here, maybe ink this up a little bit, and that's just gorgeous. So there we go. Let me put this one back together again. And it's that simple. So I hope you have fun making some of these, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!